Hi, this is Jaden. I'm going to take a couple minutes to talk about domestic versus international trade transactions and why those differences occur. So as far as domestic transactions go, pretty simple and straightforward process. It's pretty much just an interaction between the importer and the exporter. And then sometimes a third-party bank will be a part of that as well to eliminate some lack of trust in that area. Basically, the importer will file or ask for an order. The exporter will acknowledge that. And then there is an arrangement where payment and goods are shipped over. So again, pretty simple process, which is very different from the international trade transactions. These transactions are a lot more complex and it involves 4 separate parties. So two different countries' companies and their respective banks. So again, 4 parties as opposed to 2 or 3 in terms of a domestic trade transaction. So for international trade transactions, the first step is going to be the importer is going to ask the exporter to fill an order. They will acknowledge that they received that, and then pretty much immediately on that, on the go-ahead from the exporter, the importer is going to file a letter of credit, ship it to their respective bank, and then to the exporter's bank, and that exporter bank is going to inform the exporter that they received a letter of credit. And then from there, the exporter is going to ship the goods to the importer, and they will submit a draft to the exporter bank. Then that exporter bank is going to send that to the importer bank. That importer bank is going to agree to the terms and then send that back to the exporter bank. And at that point, they are going to sign and again agree to those terms, and then they are going to ship the goods. The importer is going to pay that bank, and then the exporter bank again is going to sell the mature draft and to that exporter bank. So there are very simple reasons why this occurs. Basically, it's just lack of trust. At the end of the day, it's really hard to determine who you can trust when it's international because there's different cultures, different languages, different legal systems. So it's very difficult sometimes to communicate with international firms. And another reason for this is, again, you haven't seen them before. You don't know if this is a scam, if you can really trust them. It's very difficult in an international trade situation to know that there is credibility there. So that's why that there are differences between domestic and international trade transactions, simply because there is lack of trust and a lot of uncertainty.